Will the Flood return to the main Halo games? We discuss if they should and how they might come back into play for Halo 6. What's going on, guys? It's UNSCaustralia here, and today we're taking a look at that parasitic parasite we all love to hate, the Flood. We have all had our moments with the Flood, when we absolutely hate them and try and sprint past any engagement with them, only to have them chase you down and catch you in the end. We all know the feeling of being completely outnumbered, and feeling like it's impossible to win, being so close to quitting, but then you finally work it out, you finally pass the level. And when you do, you feel like an absolute boss. That's what the Flood was. That's what I miss. I miss the challenge and the fear. I miss going really slow through any Flood level, stressing out that they could jump out of any corner. I miss the frustration and getting so close to passing the level only to have another wave come in and wipe you out. We need that fear back. We need that extra element of Halo that we're missing. In Combat Evolved, we had the mighty Covenant race that was always in your face trying to outsmart you. Then you had the beauty and the mystery of the Halo itself, so unusual and strange that it was perfect. But in the shadows, a third element was waiting, biding its time. A faceless force that makes even the Covenant turn around and run. The Flood had arrived, and with it, a whole new game. Now, it wasn't about just trying to stop the Covenant, or get back to Earth, no. Now it was about trying to hold back the relentless force that was always ready to take advantage of the slightest error. You had to rethink your own game plan. It wasn't about running in, guns blazing. It was now a survival game, and you had to think, you had to plan, because if you didn't, you wouldn't live. Don't get me wrong, I love the new Halo games, but just when I see the mighty Covenant trying to secure a Forerunner structure, and the sleek, sharp Prometheans who have the same strange, unusual beauty the Halo rings had, I just keep thinking, this needs a third element, this needs chaos, this needs the Flood. How awesome would it be if in Halo 6 we had that third act, that missing part, would all be blown right back, and it would be back to fighting in the corner, each engagement being your last, and not just running in. So what happened to the Flood, and how can it come back? Well, to know that, we have to look back at the first encounter the UNSC had with this infestation. On February 23, 2531, the UNSC Spirit of Fire came into contact with a Forerunner shield world, simply known as Shield 0459. The containment facility had failed, and as a result, the Flood had taken over the shield world. After many battles with the Flood, Sergeant Forge, along with the crew of the Spirit, were able to destroy all the Flood forms by using the Spirit's slip space engine to destroy the shield world's internal sun. The Spirit of Fire narrowly escaped the explosion, but without the slip space engine, the ship was lost in space, along with humanity's only knowledge of the Flood. The next encounter was on September 20th, 2552, when the Master Chief was searching for Captain Keyes on Installation 04. But you know this because, like me, you lived it. Many battles were fought against the Flood, and time again, humanity would stand strong, until finally, on December 11th, 2552, the Flood was defeated. This was achieved with Master Chief and the Arbiter, when they activated the newly constructed Installation 04B, causing it to destroy itself along with the Ark. This was the end of the Flood. Or was it? Why was there Flood on Installation 04 in the first place? The Halo array was fired for the very purpose of wiping out the Flood, wasn't it? This can be explained by the fact that the Forerunners, in their infinite wisdom, decided it was best to keep some of the Flood alive on the rings and shield worlds for research purposes, if the Flood ever came back. So this means on many, if not all the Halos, there is still live Flood, waiting to be released. But that's not all. If you read Halo Escalation 06, you would have seen some Flood forms survive their destruction by hiding aboard the Spirit of Fire, and had seemingly taken over the ship. So the Flood has the potential to return, but should they? Is it important to the current story? Absolutely. I think Halo needs a Flood, and with Halo Wars 2 coming out soon, I think we might have our first look at our old friends. This might also tie into Halo 6, depending on the timeline. But Halo 4 to 7 is going to be the Reclaimer saga. We are trying to obtain the mantle from the long-lost Forerunners. We need to secure all the rings and shield worlds to do this. And what's on most of the Halo rings? Flood. So imagine, you're the Master Chief, and you've just fought your way to secure a Forerunner facility on a new Halo ring. You walk in and start to see dead grunts, jackals and even elites, but also dead humans. Something was collecting bodies, but why? Then you keep moving in, and you see it. A big hulking mass of flesh. A grave mine. You start to back up, not sure what it will do next, as slowly one by one the dead bodies around you start to twitch and come alive. This would be a welcome change to the current gameplay of Halo 4 and 5. Like you wouldn't be able to just run through or skip it. You'd be forced to go back into a corner, grab a shotgun, and hope that you got enough ammo for all the flood that's around you. So this is my speculation about the flood's return. Do you agree with me? Or do you like Halo better without the flood? Let me know in the comments. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe for lots more Halo content. I'll leave this discussion with a quote from the Gravemind to the Didact in Halo Primordial. This fits in perfect with this topic. The decision is final. Humans will replace you. Humans will be tested next. I got one shot, guys. One shot to take out that other sniper. No! I messed it up and he hit me.